Hello everyone, Paramita again. So it's a beautiful morning. I am in Gold Coast. From my 17th floor apartment, I can see a beautiful sea view early morning. Now I need to create my Lightning Web component development infrastructure because my computer is not with me. I am working on someone else's computer. So just be with me if you are in the same phase, like if you haven't created your infrastructure yet, just be with me and create your Lightning Web component development infrastructure and start watching my part 1, part 2. And soon I'm coming with part 3. Thank you. So let's start. Now, to create the infrastructure for LWC development, I'll say there are 3 steps you can see on my screen. Download, the first step is download and install Salesforce CLI, and then download and install Visual Studio Code. Now to develop LWC we have to use Visual Studio Code. We cannot do that in developers console. And then install Salesforce extension pack in Visual Studio. Okay, so it's easy, not much headache. So first step, we are going to download and install Salesforce CLI. I'll open my browser. So here I am typing SFDX CLI. You can write Salesforce CLI also. It will take you to the link, proper link. You can write Salesforce CLI also. It will take you to the link, proper link. See, developers.salesforce.com. So here, if you are on Mac, you will download the Mac version, and if you are on Windows PC, you can download the Windows one. Download for Windows 64. I'll click on that. If you are on Linux, you got a different version for that as well. So I am on Windows 64, so I have downloaded this one. So we'll just wait. It won't be long. I think 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, so it's downloaded. Double click on that. Verified publisher, yes. Okay, I'll go with the default, then next. Destination folder, all good, install. It will take few seconds. It may take some time. I'll stop and I'll come back once it's installed. Okay, so I can see our Salesforce CLI installation is complete. You can see the screen. So I'll close it. Okay, now we're going to check whether it has been installed completely or not. Now we are going to open the command line. So in the search box, CMD, enter. So here in the command line, I'm going to write SFDX. It may take some time. Yeah, see all these things you are going to get. So that means our Salesforce CLI has been installed properly. Now another thing I'm going to do, SFDX update. So it's going to update the latest CLI version. Okay, enter. So I wrote SFDX space update. Enter. It will start updating. See, it will show the message updating CLI. So if there is any latest update, it will update it now. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, so I can see that update is completed now. See, it's showing updating SFDX done. Now there are some release notes as well. So don't worry about that at the moment, but if you want, you can read them. So it mentions all the latest release, fix, everything. So no need to worry about that at the moment. So our Salesforce CLI installation and updation is done. The next step is download and install Visual Studio Code. Now I have already installed the Visual Studio Code. So maybe if you are already in some development, you already have installed VS Studio Code. If you haven't, then just go to your browser, type installing Visual Studio Code. Here Visual Studio code.visualstudio.com download. Probably that is going to be a better link. Yes, this is a better link, code.visualstudio.com. Here you can see for Windows, Mac, everything. So if you are on Windows, download the Windows one. If you are on Mac, download the Mac, and then just install that. It's easy to install Visual Studio Code. Nothing special is there. So once it's downloaded, double click on the file and it will start installing. Okay, now I have already installed that in this laptop. So what I'm going to do, our third step, that is installing the Salesforce extension pack. Okay, so if we want to develop Salesforce applications, Lightning Web Component applications, we have to install Salesforce extension pack in our VS Code. So once you open your VS Code, see this button here in the left hand side, extension, click on that. Okay, so here in the search, in the Visual Studio search bar, we are going to type Salesforce extension pack. Okay, we'll close this one. Salesforce extension pack. Okay, see this one is showing Salesforce extension pack, and it also shows extensions for developing on the Salesforce platform. Now within this pack, what we are having, Salesforce CLI integration, which we opened last time, Apex, Visual Force, Aura, then Apex Interactive Debugging, Lightning Web Components. Okay, so there are total 9 pack. Okay, so we are getting everything within this Salesforce extension pack. This Lightning Web Components, we must need it to develop Lightning Web Component. Okay, so check when you are installing. Before installing, just check what is there inside. So because there are quite a few extensions with the similar name, so this one we have to install, Salesforce extension pack, which has got 9 extensions inside this actually. Now when we develop Lightning Web Component, we need Apex also. So everything is there pretty much. I'm going to install that. Install. Okay, so you can see on the screen now everything has been installed. Okay, so now I will close this. Now we are in our Visual Studio Code. I'll just open the terminal, shift tilde, sorry, control tilde. So I have opened my terminal, and in my terminal what I'm going to do, I'll just increase it so that you can see, just to check whether Salesforce CLI has been integrated with the Visual Studio Code properly or not. In the Visual Studio terminal, I'm going to type SFDX, enter. Yeah, now see, when we checked in our command line the Salesforce CLI has been installed or not. Similarly, we checked in the Visual Studio Code terminal, we just typed sfdx and we got the similar message here. Okay, so that means our Salesforce CLI has been properly integrated with the Visual Studio Code. Now here we can do sfdx update also. I am not going to do that like this sfdx space update. I'm not going to do that because just now I have updated, so it will take some time when we do update. If you want, you can do this. And remember, it's a good practice always when you are starting the development, before starting always do one update, because they update the CLI versions quite frequently. Okay, so always before starting your development every day, it's a good practice to do sfdx update. Okay, it will update your CLI. All right, so now my infrastructure is ready. I am ready to start my part 3 video where I am going to show you uh, how to handle event in LWC, and we will do our first project, a mini calculator. Okay, all done. So now for those people who are just starting LWC, practicing LWC with me, for your kind information, after installing this after installing and set up your infrastructure for LWC, please watch my LWC part 1. There I have created my first lightning web component, so you can create that with me. Just watch it and practice it on your system, and then also watch my LWC part 2. There I have shown you like the difference between parent component, child component, how to pass values from parent component to child component, and also I have discussed about track and API, the decorators used in LWC. There are three decorators: track, API, and where decorator. So I have explained about those decorators and what's the difference between them, when to use those decorators. The where decorator I just mentioned, I will explain that more when we will work with the data, maybe in part 4. Okay, so just be with me and practice LWC with me from scratch. And as I always say, that I believe sharing knowledge increases knowledge. So it's a win-win situation for both of us, who is watching this video now and me, Paramita. Okay, so just be happy, share your knowledge. If you like my video, give it a like, subscribe my channel to encourage me to make more videos like that. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.